This morning, tons of business owners woke up to the unfortunate news that Bench is going to be dropping all of its customers. Now, there are reports that show there's over 11,000 small business owners that use the Bench accounting app and they are being dropped. And there is very little heads up about this, very little details about this. They just logged on. And when they logged on this morning, they probably saw this message, which it just tells them, like, hey, we're shutting down. You're going to have to go find another option. So, this is probably not the thing that you want to see as you get to the end of the year, because here's a couple of things that are going on. We're getting to the end of the year. You probably want to enjoy your holiday break. And we're also looking at trying to close the year out strong. And tax season is coming up for US based businesses. And this is not the time that you want your accounting system to go down. Now, based on what they have shared, you won't have access after a certain time to get your data. So you are going to need to do something very quick if you are going to solve this issue. You are going to need a new, reliable bookkeeper. So here are a couple of things that I think you should keep in mind and a couple of tips that can help you during this time. The first thing is, get on there and download your reports as fast as you can. You want to get a copy of your financial statements. That way you have your information. Download your banking information that has been loaded into the system as well, because that will be helpful. You might want to look at a profit and loss statement, a balance sheet. You want to look at a general ledger or a transaction detail report. You want to get that information as fast as possible. The next thing you want to do is you want to start looking for a reliable bookkeeper. Now, our firm, we help tons of companies when it comes down to bookkeeping and CFO services, because we understand you need reliable financial information if you are going to run a successful business. And now is probably the time for you to upgrade. So here's a couple of things you want to keep in mind when you start looking. Is you want to ask yourself, does this bookkeeping company, do they actually understand my industry or the nature of my business? If they don't understand it, they probably won't do the best job. You also want to know is, do they have a understanding of your key deadlines? So let's say if you're a business owner and you want to buy a house, or let's say if you're a business owner, you're trying to make some key decisions very soon. You want to make sure that the company you hire is aware of that and they can help you navigate through that. And the third thing I always say is, you want to make sure that they are actually responsive to you, because you don't want to have a ton of questions that you can't answer. And when you try to reach out to them, they're unavailable. So keep that in mind as you start looking for a new bookkeeper. And also, because we are going into the beginning of the year, this is probably the busiest time ever for accountants, because a lot of accounting firms that focus on tax work will be heads down focused on, one, in January, getting 1099s filed. Then it's on to getting taxes done. So you are probably not going to have the luxury of waiting around to find someone. You want to take action now. My suggestion to you is probably look at some firms that focus on bookkeeping that don't do tax work, because they may have a little bit more availability to help you. So as we go through this chaotic time for over 11,000 businesses that are probably going to be impacted by this, I would say is, take a deep breath. You are an entrepreneur. There is a solution. There's a way to work through this. And I would say start looking for a reliable bookkeeping source. And I would say to everyone else out there is, keep all of the employees at Bench. They're probably going to get immediately laid off when this closure happens, or sometime after this closure. So please keep them in your prayers, because this is probably not the best news that they wanted to hear as they go into closing out the year and starting a new year. So if you're a business owner and you need help with bookkeeping, definitely visit our website, tlturnergroup.com, because we are great at helping companies with bookkeeping and support. And I will tell you, you want to take action fast, because you will lose access to your data faster than you probably realize, because this is not an ordinary announcement.
We get it. Keeping track of your finances can seem pretty overwhelming when you're running a business. Achieving your financial goals in business should not be a guessing game. That's why it pays to work with someone that can take a hard look at your financial numbers and not add more stress to the balancing act of running your business. The T.O. Turner Group will provide a clear and concise explanation to your financial standing. The T.O. Turner Group will simplify finance and help you make smarter money decisions in your business.